Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is Ali Play. And today we're going to be doing a guide on Zelotah. It's one of the guys that was requested by some of my subscribers. I think it was a couple weeks ago that I got that request. But yeah, I finally got Zelotah ready to go. I do have him maxed out, skills all maxed out, masteries and everything, and we're going to showcase Zelotah, how good he is as a support. So before we get into it, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. 70% of you guys that watch my videos are not even subscribed, so appreciate if you guys can do that for me. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so here is Zelotah. So Zelotah is a support champion. I wouldn't say he's underrated, but he is not utilized as much as he should be. And he has a very crazy ability. Is very good for support. His armor scales ability, but we'll get into that later after we go after Hypnotic Gaze. So Hypnotic Gaze. He has a 15% chance of placing a sleep debuff for one turn on his basic attack. Sleep is not as good as the other debuffs like stun and freeze, because if you hit them while they are asleep, they wake up, right? So it doesn't really matter. But if he's able to go last and put everybody to sleep, and then their turn meter bar fills up and they take their turn, it is good. But you want to have this guy fast, so it doesn't really help. I guess if the battle is prolonged, the sleep can be effective, right? So it's 15% chance if you book it. It's a 40% chance of placing sleep. I do have it booked out, but keep in mind you don't need to book Zelotah. Zelotah's actually fine without using any books on him, but I did have extra books, so I am booking him. I want to showcase to his full potential. Armor scales, his ability is very good. He places shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of his max HP for 3 turns. That's pretty big. And he also places continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. So this is actually pretty big, and I did book it, but again, you don't need to book it. It's only going to be like a 20% boost, and it's not additive. Horror's Dreams is very good as well. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance. If you max it out, it's actually going to be 75% chance of placing a sleep debuff on the target. And if they actually have debuffs on them, it's a 100% chance basically. If you max it out, because it's supposed to be 75% against enemies under debuffs. And this is a 5-turn cooldown. So his cooldowns are actually pretty long, 4 turns for this, and 5 turns for Horror Dreams. I'll prefer if there was actually a cooldown reduction on this ability, and that's the reason why we actually build him with a shield set. We'll go over that after we go over his aura. Increase ally resistance in arena battles by 70. So now with 3 vs 3 arena, this actually is viable, but I would actually prefer to use a Rosin. I think Rosin is more. Yeah, Rosin is 90 for arena battles. All right, so going over artifacts, I'm running him with a shield set and an HP set. So the reason why we're running with a shield set is because it gives your allies a shield based off 30% of his HP for 3 turns. That's actually very good for arena as well as dungeons. So every single wave that you go through dungeons, he can probably help you clear it, especially the sleep. Again, sleep is not as good as stun and freeze, but it is better than nothing, right? So for substats, we're looking for HP percentage. So you want him to have as much HP as you can, so that his shield is much bigger, as big as possible, right? You want some accuracy as well if you care about the sleeps. If you don't care about sleep, don't worry about accuracy. But if you're running him in arena, I guess the sleep is worthwhile. You don't want him just to be a one-trick pony and just place the shield and that's it, right? And we're also building him with a resistance, but we don't have too much on him. So if you can, try to get his resistance higher, but I haven't been able to do that. We're building him with speed as well. He doesn't really need to go first in arena if you're using a shield set, but I do have him pretty fast. So you guys can take a look at my artifacts here. And for the primary, for the gauntlet, we want the HP percentage, and we want the HP percentage primary on the chest plate. Again, we're trying to get as much HP as we can. And we want the speed primary on the boots. The accessories for the ring, we want the HP primary. We got some HP percentage substats here. HP primary on the amulet. And we're looking for accuracy if you can on the amulet. For the banner, we want the accuracy primary. Again, you can also go with resistance or HP. And whatever basically has the most speed. He rolled 3 attacks on here. I couldn't get a better banner, but that's what I got so far. For the total stats, we got 74,000 health points, 2,389 defense. I would prefer if that was higher. 186 speed, that is good, respectable there. And 220 accuracy. Resistance is kind of low. So those are the only things that he really needs. And we're going to go look over his masteries. So considering Zelotah doesn't do a lot of damage, I do have him on the defense and support route. We went all the way down to get Cycle of Revenge. We went through this route to get the bigger shields, Lore of Steel, as well as Elixir of Life, max HP plus 3,000. All right, so now we're going to showcase Zelotah. We're actually going to go for arena first, like I usually do in all my videos. Oh, arena is easy right now. We're going against harder teams. This team looks pretty hard. We're probably going to lose. It's actually an interesting combination, him and Duchess, because she makes it so they take less damage. And then he gives them a big shield, right? There we go. And we go next. We're actually going to go after... we'll probably go after Valkyrie. There we go. And then we're going to go after Arbiter. Okay, so now it's his turn. I'm actually winning without Duchess, man. Oh, we're on goal 4 now. Okay, should be better now. And yeah, the shield should help us against Hegemon. I mean, it doesn't really help in terms of blocking cooldowns, but it does help mitigate damage. There we go. Barely took any damage there. We still have our shields up. And yeah, shield is basically gone, but as you can see, he had block cooldown, so you can't place a shield again. But we can actually try to place, put somebody to sleep. Try to go after Valkyrie. So his turn meter got boosted there, see that? Multiple boosts. And we should still win this because we have a lot of crowd control. So we're going to try to put Big on asleep because he's the biggest threat. There we go, he's asleep. Now we can... Oh, he's awake now. If you have AoE teams, it's going to be an issue there. Let's kill him. Go after Lysandra. Alright, so we can actually try to put everybody to sleep or do the shield. Obviously the shield is the best thing to do. There we go. So we got that up. Yeah, he basically makes your team more durable and you're able to withstand, basically withstand damage that you shouldn't be able to. I mean, his biggest weakness is Madame Sarah's, our champions that can strip. Yeah, there we go. We got the W there. Yeah, so you guys can basically see, like, he can't carry anything, but he really helps with support. So that's all we're going to show for Arena. So he's also very good for Faction Wars. We can't really showcase it right now because he's able to make people go to sleep. And the big shield really helps out as well. He's probably one of the best supports for that, for the Undead Horse Faction Wars. For 3 vs 3 Arena, he is actually very good as well. A very good support to have on your team. And you can also run him as lead because he has a resistance as the aura, but I'd rather use a Rosin instead. Yeah, so basically, in dungeons, he's going to be good for the waves. And yeah, of course, when he's paired up with Duchess, it's going to be even more annoying because she makes it that so they take less damage with the Perfect Veil. So we're going to, after this wave, we're actually going to skip straight to the Ice Golem. So I do think he's going to help out a lot in terms of progress for a lot of people because that shield is basically, it's kind of like Miscreated Monster. You know how Miscreated Monster is a big carry? I mean, obviously Miscreated Monster is better, but this guy, for people that do not have him and they have, let's say you have Zelotah, he's a very solid support. All right, 1 minute 40 seconds, and we're, see the shields resets after every round, so it is very nice to have for dungeons. You don't have to worry about affinity or anything because his job is to place a shield, right? Because he's a support. That's all he's going to be doing, just supporting your team. Oh, 200,000 damage from Rotos. Again. Oh, that's crazy, man. Rotos is a beast. And I do believe that Zelotah is actually very good for manual as well, if you want a manual. If you're newer to the game. Because you can target a champion, put him to sleep, and then just don't target him unless you have AoEs. So I'm going to put this on 2 times speed now. Alright, and there you have it. 3 minutes, 35 seconds, not too bad. You can see how much HP that he has healed, 414,000. That is very good. And yeah, he's basically did his job. He helped you guys survive the waves and make it to the final boss and barely any casualties. So there's an interesting thing is that obviously Miscreated Monster is better than him, but I actually want to try this out. What if I take out Miscreated and throw in Zelotah? I mean, I'm going to lose for sure, right? But we're going to see how things go, right? Let's try it out. Don't expect much, man. Let's see if his shield can actually carry through. I mean, the shield is not as big for sure. Because Miscreated is based off of damage, right? He's just based off his own HP. And Miscreated's damage is based off his HP as well. Yeah, there you go. See, the shield is not as big. Oh, I put everybody to sleep, man. That can be a nice, very nice skill to have. Yeah, we basically lost there. So yeah, he can't really be used in the slot of Miscreated Monster. I mean, we all knew that. For campaign farming, I don't think he's able to do it. Dragon's Lair, I do believe that he can help out. Usually people have, like newer players, usually have issues that is in terms of, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take out Duchess and we're going to put Zelotah there. Yeah, newer players usually have issues where they can't make it to the dragon. The hardest part is the waves for a lot of new players. I do have that mindset that I know how it is for early game players, free to play players. And I do have that mindset, so I know that how hard it is. So I do think that he's able to help out with that, to help you clear the waves. And then once he gets to the dragon, it's pretty easy. Because every single time, if he's running a shield set, every single time it's going to be reset per round. And after this wave, we're just going to skip straight to the dragon. I do want to showcase that it does reset. So next round, I'll show you guys shield is back. All right, here we are. So Royal Guard did die. He got targeted. If you guys bring like a reliquary tender or something, that shouldn't be an issue. But I just think that because he was targeted, that's the reason why he died. But yeah, we should still be able to clear it. There, we got that shield back up with the continuous heal. Got a bunch of poisons ready. If we combust, we basically win. I don't know if Zalvia or Elena will have it up yet. There we go, Deadly Catalyst, game over. 2 minutes. Alright, so you guys get the point, basically. Even for Fahrenheit's Castle, I do think that he can be used. The only thing is probably Spider. Maybe if you're Miscreated Monster, maybe he's not fast enough. You can have both of them, but I think that's overkill. Clan Boss, I do think he has some uses. I mean, the sleep is not going to help you out at all, but the continuous heal and the shield might help you out. All right, so now we're going to review Zelotah. So for arena defense, it's debatable because I do think that he is good, but if you're facing obviously his weakness, people that can strip the buffs, the shield buffs, he's going to have issues there. But I do think that he's actually a 5 for arena defense. Campaign location, I do think he's a 5, even though he can't. I think this is the first time I've done this, where I gave him a 5, even though he can't farm arena by campaign by himself. I do think that he can be utilized for progress. Clan Boss, I'm actually going to give him a 4. I think that he can be used for earlier game Clan Boss, but not late game. For offense in arena, I'm going to give him a 4. I do think that he is worse in terms of offense, but still, he can help you survive and you can win some fights. Dragon's Lair, I'm going to give him a 5. So for all the dungeons, I'm actually going to give him a 5, except for Spider's Den. Spider's Den, we're actually going to keep him a 4. I do think he's very good, but not like a top tier champion for Spider's Den. Force Keep all the way, everything else. Fahrenheit's Castle, I think he's rated too low. The reason being is because people see him. He's not a multi-hitter. He's not a heal reduction champion, turn me into manipulator or anything like that, but his shield really would help out. So I'd actually give him a 4 for Fahrenheit's Castle. Spirit Keep is a 5. Magic 5. Void 5. Faction Wars definitely a 5. Recommended artifacts basically for arena, speed, HP, and accuracy. I guess a little bit of everything is pretty good, but I think shield set is a way to go for him. Yeah, so overall, Zelotah is a very good support champion. Obviously, he needs champions around him that can do the bulk of the work in terms of damage, but he can help them survive, and that is very big. So he's definitely one of the best supports in the game, and especially for undead hordes, he's gonna help out in faction wars and other aspects of the game. So yeah, definitely a very good champion. And if you guys have him and you want to work on him, go ahead, man. He's very good. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe if you're new. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm Tyrone. I need everybody to subscribe to the homie Ali Al Plays. And that's non-negotiable either.